What's up guys, JC here to give you guys a manga first impressions video. Now this is my first manga first impression on this channel, and the manga I'm going to be talking about today is OnePunch-Man, which I've heard a lot of good things about. A lot of people have recommended this manga to me, so I decided to check it out. Apparently this is the digital remake of a webcomic by the same name, and this is also done by, it's the same story by the same guy whose name is One, One, just one word, One. And it's drawn by Yusuke Murata, who, if you guys don't know, is the artist who did the artwork for Ice Shield 21. Now I haven't read Ice Shield 21 yet, but that's also on my list of manga to read because I heard a lot of good things about that one too. And I read the first 10 chapters, and I gotta say, this is a very fun read. I really enjoyed the first 10 chapters so far. And the art style, I gotta say, the artwork is really good. It's got that really clean, almost anime-ish look to it. And the way the art, I like the way how Yusuke Murata, changed the art style. Like, in one panel it would look like all simplistic and stuff, and the next panel would be like highly detailed and shit. It all looks really good. I'm pretty sure he drew it like digitally, like on a computer maybe, but it looked pretty good. Pretty much the story focuses around this superhero called Saitama, who pretty much can defeat all of his enemies in one punch. One punch. When I first heard the concept, I thought it wasn't gonna be that great, but it's pretty good. Like, I think this is pretty funny. It's more comedic than it is serious, which is good because, if you're trying to make a serious manga where the guy could just defeat all his enemies in one punch, it probably won't work out that well, but it's still pretty good with the tone they chose for this. What we do know is that, like, it has that sort of monster of the week type of thing going on. Like, one chapter would be like he's fighting this guy, and the next chapter he's fighting this guy or these new monsters that appear, and it's like this. I only read the first 10 chapters. There seems to be like this underlying plot point, like this underlying plot with Genos, who's another character who gets introduced later on, who's pretty much trying to find this cyborg who killed his parents and destroyed his town. And I think, and we start to get like glimpses of Saitama, of his backstory, and pretty much like in the second chapter we see how he became, a superhero, like why he chose to be a superhero, and his reasoning to become a superhero is very it's very childish, but it's also funny in a way. Like, he's like, you know what, I'm an unemployed man, I have nothing else to live for, and he comes across like this random crab monster, and he's like, okay, you know what, ever since I was a kid I wanted to be a superhero so I could beat guys like you in one punch, and he just decides to be a superhero out of like self-satisfaction, which is something you don't really see much in comic books or manga. I mean, I think it's happened before, but you don't really see it much, and that's pretty interesting. Like I said, I just read the first 10 chapters, and the chapter after the 10th chapter, I think, is like going into detail of how he became so strong, because we know that after he decided to become a superhero, there's like a 3-year skip where he trained like intensely, and he learned like some type of secret technique or something to become this strong to defeat enemies in one punch. And that's pretty much all I want to talk about right now, because right now I'm like in the middle of the whole House of Evolution arc, and right now it's pretty interesting. The comedy is also pretty funny too. It's giving me that sort of Gintama vibe with the whole joke humor, at least from Saitama, because he's got that whole blank, nonchalant type of look. And he's like, he does that sometimes, and it's just so funny, the look on his face in reaction to all these people around him. And it's a pretty fun read. It's really fun thus far. There's only like 22 chapters out right now, so I'll probably be caught up with it by like tonight, maybe, because it's not that hard. Like, I read the first 5 chapters in like 30 minutes, so it's not that hard to catch up with it. so it's still pretty new so far. I haven't read the web comic, like the original web comic online, because the artwork, it looks kind of meh. But I'm probably not gonna read that because I don't think anyone's translating that at all. I don't know anyone's translating that. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I really recommend it to anyone else who's into this whole like. I think it's trying to like, make fun of the whole shonen genre, because this isn't a shonen. It's a seinen apparently. Because I looked up on Wikipedia and it said it was a seinen. I'm like, is it seinen? Because that would make sense. Because there was a couple scenes where some guys got blown to bits and it was pretty graphic, so it would make sense if it was a seinen. So yeah, I seem to be making fun of the whole shonen manga type of thing, where it's shonen the main character always gets stronger as the story goes on, but the main character in here is already so strong, and he's got no joy out of his fights anymore because he can just defeat any opponent with one hit. So I'm really interested to see how they take it in this manga. So that's just my thoughts right there. I highly recommend it. If you guys want to check it out, check it out. And it's been JC. Keep on keeping on. I'll catch you guys again next time. Peace.